soon as Chris arrives. I'm not sure where she is.
And Beaker's on the couch again. Did she win? Little Brick's the kitten, climbing everything inside. Zooms through the halls from morning till night. Ginger, our city girl, cool, clever, and sly, gives every dog a judgmental eye. Bunsen's watching over all, steady and sweet.
Chris, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
That's awesome.
We are just let you know we're live, and I'll move you in as co-host.
Okay, and I'll put my earphones on. Hooray, I'm here.
Okay, that's great.
I have Bricks and Beaker.
Hello, pet enthusiasts. My name is Jason Zakowski. I'm the dog dad of Bunsen, Beaker, and Bernoulli, and the cat dad of Bricks, the science animals of social media. Welcome to Pet Chat. My co-host with the mostest is...
Hi, I'm Chris Zakowski, and I am the dog mom to Bunsen, Beaker, Bernoulli, and Bernoulli, and then the cat mom to Bricks and Ginger.
That's right. Every week we do a little live show. We take questions from the audience, and we share some of the stories that have happened this week. And at the end, if anybody wants to share, especially on Twitter audio or X audio, you can come up and share a story or type in your own story, and we will read that. So welcome to Pet Chat, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm just going to make sure that I'm on I have a Substack window open, Chris, because last time I didn't, and some people were asking questions, and that was my bad for not having that open. Okay. There'll just be a quick little echo, and then I'll stop the echo from happening. There we go. Perfect. All right. So the first little bit. What?
Did you hear the echo? I
Yeah,
yodeled, and did you hear the echo?
No. I don't know if you're on your mic, Chris, but that's okay. Maybe just double check that. Hello. So if you, we always start with some Q&A. So if you have some questions, type them away. We'll try our best to answer the questions and about the pets this week, and then we will get to some of the stories of the week. So we just have some.
I'm on my mic now.
You are. That sounds maybe a little better. Yeah.
Yay.
We have people saying hi. Yeah, we just have some people saying hi. So no real questions yet, which is a little atypical. Are you monitoring X for questions?
Yes.
And if not,
and all people are just saying hi.
Yeah. We have Anne says hi, who's watching on Substack. People are saying I didn't hear the echo. Yeah, I took the echo off just because I had to open up another source. We're live casting to like 6 different platforms, so making sure there's no echo is kind of a bit of tech issue. Okay, so we have Kim, who's watching on Instagram, says, is Bunsen okay after Pillgate? Oh, is that what we're calling it?
That's what I called it today.
Oh, you called
we
it
went
Pillgate? Yeah.
Yeah, we went on our dog walk today, our pack walk, and definitely I called it Pillgate.
So I think we have a bunch of questions coming in about Pillgate. Do you want to talk about Pillgate? That's kind of the big story for us last week. But there's also questions like, how are the dogs feeling? Are the dogs okay after induced vomiting? Isaac says the induced vomiting text from Bernoulli was 10 out of 10. So Chris, go ahead. That's kind of our big story, and then we'll answer the questions about how the dogs are doing.
Okay, well, you know how I tell a short story long.
Right.
So I'm going to start it with Monday. Monday, we had a vet appointment for Bunsen.
Yeah.
Now we had previously this summer taken Bunsen to the vet for a checkover, and actually we had taken them all in for their immunization, their vaccines. And then, we kind of opened up the conversation again about, you know what, maybe Bunsen is stiff. He's not sleeping well. And we started something called Flexidin, which is a joint supplement. And we tried that for a little bit. And at first it seemed to be working pretty good. And then, I don't know, over the last 2 weeks, it kind of was tapering off, and I was giving him gabapentin at night to help him relax. And so we decided we're going to go to the vet and have a maybe exploratory conversation about what else we can do. So there we are. And she says he's not a good candidate for Librela. Because of where the arthritis is presenting. And so she suggested that we keep doing the joint supplements, that we keep doing the light therapy, but then also starting a medication called Galliprant. Perfect. So we get the Galliprant, we take it home, and I don't know why we were distracted. That was on Monday.
No, I know exactly what happened. One of the dogs, I think it was Bernoulli, he came in and he bowled over the giant cherable water fountain that we have. And that holds an enormous amounts of water. And there was like a calamity that happened with right then. I'm sure that's what it was.
Well, regardless, I gave Bunsen he got 30 pills. I gave him one. And then by the next morning, Jason's like, oh no. And I'm like, oh no, what's going on? Now, sometimes Jason teases me that, oh no, means like something really didn't happen. But every time I get up like it's an emergency. And this time it was.
This time it was an emergency.
Yeah. Jason plays wolf, I guess, sometimes. And so I don't know whether it's a true false situation. Anyway, this one, Bernoulli is like chomping away at the pill bottle, and all the pills are gone.
Yes.
All of them. 29. Well, except for one, because Bunsen did have one. And then I'm like, we have to call the vet. We need to find out more information. So we call the vet, and they said, oof, do you know who took them? No. Do you know what time about? No. So away we go. They said we should come in, bring all the dogs. So we did. And at that point, I was checking the Furbo. And at about, like, I can't see them playing Hungry Hungry Hippo with the pills, but I can see at about 11:30 that Bricks went into the kitchen. Oh, this is the other thing. Normally, we've been putting Bricks in the carrier in his crate at night. And Jason said, let's maybe not put him in his crate. And I'm like, okay, that's okay. Because he's been out before. And so he was out, and then I watched him run at 11:30. I watched Beaker run after, and then the third dog is Bernoulli running after. And I'm like, Jason, I think that's the time that they got into them at 11:30. So they had them in their system all night. And pardon?
That's the sucky part, because when they were induced vomiting, all three of them, even Bunsen, I felt bad that we had Bunsen have the shot to induce vomiting, but he didn't have any of the pills.
No, because you could tell that Beaker was like, ugh, and Bernoulli was like, ugh, and Bunsen was just sitting there like a normal
Bunsen was like, where are we going? This is great. I'm feeling pretty good with the Galliprant. Yeah. So,
yeah, he's feeling pretty good. And
two were like, Dave's not home, man.
Yeah, pretty much. And so, oh no, Beaker.
What happened?
Well, never mind. I'll tell you after. This is another disgusting story.
Okay. Well, anyways.
This feels like pretty litter, Jason. She feels like cat litter.
Okay.
You put two and two together. Two and two together is gross. Anyway, so then we took them in. We figured Bunsen didn't get into them, but they couldn't find any evidence of the pills in their stuff and in their breakfast. So sure enough, we had them all induce vomit, and then Beaker and Bernoulli continued to stay there. I call it Hotel Cedarwood. They had an overnight stay where they got their IV fluids and they got the charcoal treatment and flushed it all out. And there for observation and blood work.
Yeah. The next day, they rechecked their blood work. Beaker was fine, and Bernoulli's levels of his kidney, his creatinine was high. So because of that, we let him stay another 7 hours to get more IV fluid. So he had that, and Bernoulli's levels were still high. Anyways, so now high meaning just a little bit, so just outside of normal, which means that it wasn't something that we were too worried about. But the vet says probably you should have his blood rechecked in a couple days to make sure those levels are not getting worse, or at least coming back to normal. And Bernoulli has really been the only one with any lingering symptoms of like diarrhea and loose stools. He still has. The other two seem to be just fine. The other two seem to be Beaker snapped back quite quickly. She was very tired, definitely the next day. And that could be because like there's no sleeping at the hospital. It's kind of like the human hospital. But then also, although she chews faster than Bernoulli, I think Bernoulli probably used his weight and his body size to get more of the pills because they're beef flavored. Yeah. And so one of the dangers of making treats beef flavored is that the pills beef flavored is that they want to eat them. And then the downside of not having flavored treats is that pills is that they don't want to eat them. So what do you do? Yeah, it was a hard lesson. It could have been way worse. We always put the medication in our pantry, and we just made a mistake. And even though we made a mistake, we've never had an animal like Bricks that would jump up on top of a high place and knock the pills out. Ginger would never do that. She never did that.
Never.
So just comes, and maybe like because we have a larger social media following, people can see that, and then they'll be like, oh my God, well, we just keep the pills in a cupboard. Because then after I posted about it, people were saying they have cats that open cupboards and fish stuff out, like open cupboards. So they have to like zip tie their cupboards short, or they are cupboards closed, or they have to lock them, or they have to tape them closed. So cats are, I guess cats have a reputation for doing this. And you were talking to some people on the walk today that they had the same issues with human medicine, with cats getting into human medicine, like into medicine cabinets in bathrooms, like opening up the stereotypical medicine cabinet you would have in the bathroom and spilling pills everywhere.
Now the challenge is Bricks likes medication.
Yes.
And the dogs have a suspension fluid that is to help with any kind of gastro issues. And so we have to squirt it in their mouth, and they don't like it. But every time I get it ready, Bricks thinks, ooh, this is my Fit Meds. And he just gets ready to go. And it's not his Fit Meds. It's something the dogs don't like. So
Bricks is an elite athlete. Yes. There's a good suggestion on Substack from Angela, who says get a first aid box and store the dog meds. Yeah, we actually have that. We have a Tupperware in the pantry. We have 2 layers of security, and no layer of security is good if you leave your car unlocked with the keys in it running, which is basically what we did. Jay, maybe it's Jay, says my partner had to put child locks in cupboards where the treats are kept because his cats learned how to open the cupboards. Yeah. Oh, also, we heard somebody posted, I think it was on like Instagram or something, they had a Belgian Malinois that jumped up on jumped up on a counter, opened up a cupboard, got the first aid box out, and ate it apart. Like ate the metal box apart to get the flavored treats that were, or the flavored medicine that was inside.
Mhm.
I don't know if Bernoulli would eat through that, but yeah, that's a little wild.
I think we would have heard that.
I don't know. I was pretty tired.
Anyway,
Well,
so that was Happy Tuesday.
yeah. Holly wasn't here last week, but this is changing the subject quite a bit. They went to the island, or up the island, for an anniversary, and they took Sasha. We've been to Tofino and Ucluelet. So Vancouver Island has a west side, which has Ucluelet and Tofino and some other very, very small communities. But the east side has all of these other little towns. Like, is Duncan on the east side? Duncan, and we've been to the east side. Yes, it's beautiful too.
Mhm.
My parents, my mom rented this big house, and we all chipped in a little bit of money, and all of my siblings and their families and my cousins came to it for kind of a reunion. It was really nice. I just forget where it was. Do you remember, Chris?
I was hoping that you would remember, because I'm trying to think about it, because I've been there. Qualicum Beach.
Yeah, Qualicum area. Pretty.
Yeah,
It's really
and
pretty.
that's where Callan. Well, spoiler alert: she animals were harmed. She ate like 100 sand dollars.
Oh, Callan was our golden we had before Bunsen. I love that dog. I love that dog. I miss her. You know, sometimes it just hits me, and I miss her so much. And that trip to the island was really cool. But she was horrifying. She would dive in the ocean and come up with sand dollars, and she ate so many sand dollars.
We tried not to, and then she was like, nom nom nom.
And then somebody's like, you shouldn't let your dog do that. I'm like, okay, probably she's had enough. She's an invasive species. That's probably correct. We shouldn't let her do that.
Well, we shouldn't have, because she could have got a blockage.
Yeah.
But okay. So she was our first dog, and we made mistakes with her. Like, we maybe were too soft on the parenting techniques, and recall wasn't really there. And so all the things that you should not do, we pretty much did, not knowing that she was a good dog. Like, to be honest, she's a great dog.
She was such a good dog.
Yeah, such a good girl, but definitely had some antics that would have been, I guess, trained out had we known more.
Yeah, we didn't know better, and
we didn't know anything.
We didn't know anything, and then of course we were like, oh geez, when we decided to get another dog, that was Bunsen. Bunsen is the bestest boy in the world. He was the bestest ever boy. Yeah. Yeah.
Such a good puppy.
All right. So that's that question. This is going to be a sad one. Colleen, are you ready for the new school year? So I start on Monday. I don't know if I'm ready. I do have the first week is meetings and planning, and I do love teaching what I teach, but this year it's a little bit harder for me to go back, I think. I just really enjoyed the summer with the dogs and the cat. I think I'm gonna miss my lazy mornings of like getting up at 6 and having my coffee and having Brick snuggle with me for like an hour. I don't know if that's something I'm gonna really miss, because I got to do that like for day on and day on. So that's gonna be a big adjustment. Are you ready to go back, Chris?
Well, I don't have to go back till Wednesday.
Oh yes.
But no. Well, I have a couple things to do, like Monday, Tuesday. Like, I've got to take Bernoulli for blood work.
Yeah.
And we've been just like busy with last minute things. Back to school shopping, I'm kind of looking forward to, because I love going for school supplies. I'm going to take my niece and nephew, because I love that part. You just go into Staples and you're like, ooh, smell the school supplies of it. Yeah, so I'm excited for a couple days of that, and then back to work. Should be good.
Mm-hmm. Question. This is an interesting question. So we got many people saw photos of Adam and his girlfriend Annalise. They have been together a long time. And somebody asked on Substack, Angela asked, is it possible that Adam and Annalise are interested in becoming veterinarians? And I would say no. Adam is in his fourth year of his science degree, Chris. Fourth year. He did 2 years in Red Deer. Yeah, fourth year.
And another year, and he has another year, but he's going to take I think about a half semester longer to get through it because he hadn't quite decided what he wanted to do. And so some of the classes don't quite fit into the degree. And I said, it's okay, Adam, knowledge is knowledge, learning is learning. It's not detrimental. You'll just be half a semester more, which is no big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah. But no, I think he's going to have a science degree in biochemistry, and then he's looking into teaching.
Even though Chris and I, he's seen how busy we get during the school year. There are definite perks to being a teacher, but there's a huge like learning curve that kicks out a bunch of young teachers. I think in our province it's a 40% attrition or something like that, Chris. 40%
by year 5. Yeah, it's very bad.
40% by year 5 never return to teaching. It's a hard job. We do get the summers off, which is nice. Yeah, but it's a tough job.
Yeah, but Jason, like we put in so many hours during the copious hours.
Copious
like basically copious overtime that and we don't get paid over the summer. So there's that.
Yeah. We got a good question, Chris. How's Ginger doing? Always looking forward to your Ginger and Bernoulli throwback posts. Go ahead, Chris. You know a little bit more.
Ginger's doing really well. She was very happy to see Adam and Annalise when they got home from coming with us to Nova Scotia. And she was very happy to see them, and she's been cuddly with them. And she's doing really, really well. Now, she was exhibiting some stress behaviors before they went on their trip. And so we ruled out any kind of bladder infection or any sickness in her. So she's a healthy girl. Cause I said, Adam, you got to take her. And they did. And they took her to a vet in Edmonton, and the vet was like, oh, and Ginger is amazing at the vet. She is like best behavior. She's a good girl. Like there's no scratching, there's no swatting, there's no growling, biting, there's no growling. She's a very good girl. And so the vet took her and was walking into the back, and she said, oh, she's a real cute one. Got a real cute one. So that was awesome because we know how cute she is. She's such a good girl. Yeah, she's beautiful.
It's a beautiful cat.
Yeah.
Super cute. Yeah. And that seems to be going better for Ginger too. Cass says he can do so much with his degree. That's true. He can. Adam is very charismatic. And he likes to teach people. And maybe it's just in his blood with both of his teachers or both of his parents being teachers. I don't know. But he does. He's very, very funny. And like I've told people, he got the genetic lottery between Chris and I, because he got Chris's math skills, because I'm not particularly good at high level math. That's something I've always struggled with. And Chris finds it a lot easier. And Adam finds high level math easier. And then he also got my skill set in science. So he got both the math and the science gene from both of us.
And he got your internet brain. Like the two of you together, it's crazy. It's like you haven't seen a movie in 15 years and you just start like riffing off each other. And it's Annalise and I are looking at each other, and I said, I know. I don't know how they do it. It's like, it's just in there.
Yeah.
It's like a deposit and then withdrawal that you can do like instantaneously.
Yeah. What he's really good at, which I'm so proud of and I'm jealous, is he can do accents and impressions instantaneously without any practice. Like any accent around the world, he can do. If he hears it once, he can do it. And then that does make any joke way better when you have a very good accent. We went on a mining tour, and it was an amazing mining tour. It was so cool because Nova Scotia has these was a massive mining area of the entire world. Actually, these huge coal mining, these huge bands of coal went out into the ocean, like deep underground. And this older fellow, he must have been like in his 70s. He gave us the mine tour, and he has like a very thick East Coast accent. And he was like, I was enthralled by him talking in all stories. And then right after, Adam nailed this guy's accent. And was talking like that he was making jokes about being a miner. Anyways, that's pretty funny.
I said to Adam, look in the corner and of the mine when you go down, and there was a dead mouse. And I'm like, I hopefully he's not like the canary in the coal mine with dead mouse.
Anyways,
and that happened.
If you can do accents and impressions of people, like I'm very impressed. That's comedians that can do that. I just love that. It's hard for me. I have to practice. If I have to do an accent or I have to do an impression, I have to practice at it to get better at it. So I'm jealous of Adam with that.
Jason can do Dr. Evil.
What? Not as good. I used to do my Dr. Evil was very strong before.
And Chewbacca.
Yeah. Again, very strong, not as good before. Annalise is in music. She's incredibly talented in music. So she's taking a music degree. I think she can play like 40 different instruments.
Probably not 40, but definitely a few.
And she sings.
And she can sing.
And she can sing. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah. She blows us away every time she plays. I can't believe it. Because she's very humble and unassuming with how well she plays music. Meg on Instagram asked a question on Ginger and Bricks. Have cat allergies in the family? Can you remind us of the special food? Yeah. So the food we use for Ginger for sure is called Purina Pro Plan Live Clear. And it has about a 45% success rate. And it worked for me. And Bricks is not on it because he's on wet food right now. But we probably should switch him to it soon.
That was a whole thing. He got some blockage with food that he wasn't digesting, and it just was like a whole not good situation. And then we started doing like the dry food in the morning and then wet food at night because we want to make sure that he stays moisturized so the things run smoothly. And then he got FIP, and I'm like, we can't switch things up so many times. And then he got a fat lip, and I don't know why he got that. So I was putting like a probiotic on the food to help with digestion after having FIP because, well, atypical FIP, but that's what we treated him for. And because that's part of it is to have like the digestive tract helped along with the probiotics. And then on a Saturday, I took him outside and then brought him inside. And then by Sunday, he's like with this, like his little fat lip. And I'm like, where is that from? And so I eliminated the probiotic, and then his lip wasn't going down. And so we took him to the vet, and she's like, well, maybe it's an allergic to something that was in the patio when he was on there on Saturday. Maybe he got stung. Maybe he ate some nettle. Frick. Okay. And so I haven't introduced anything new just to make sure that he's good.
Yeah. Allergic reactions are super common in pets. We see many people posting about their dogs having, itchy spots or hives, or same thing with cats. It's just, you got to find out what works for it and your pet and kind of stick with it. And maybe Bricks will never be on that food. I seem to be doing okay with him. Like I do.
I'm not. I'm allergic to him.
I know Chris is now sneezy and stuffed up because of Bricks, and I'm fine. So I don't know. Maybe it's because I get a mega dose of Bricks from cuddling him. I'm less susceptible to his dander. I'm not sure. Okay, Chris, I don't know if you're checking Twitter for questions.
I am. Steve said, so you are giving Bricks a shot at Comic-Con.
Yeah, so that's exciting. That's in like 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks. Yeah. So we're invited back to the Edmonton Comic-Con.
It's like a month, Jay, because it's the 20th of September.
Okay, that's good. We need more practice time. So the Edmonton Expo, it's called, they changed the name to the Edmonton Expo.
But it's Comic-Con.
Yeah, but it's Comic-Con. So it came about, will this be our fourth time? Yeah, this will be the fourth time at Comic-Con at Edmonton. And it was really fun because a fan who works, one of the main people works at the Comic-Con and wanted us to come and have the dogs pose with people. And it's kind of grown from there. Now, sadly, I don't know if it's sadly, but we made the decision that Bunsen needs to retire from those events. Maybe with his Galliprant, he's going to have a little bit more mobility. But when we got back from our trip, he had a really rough week. Like he had a really rough week where he was really stiff, and even crying sometimes when he would get up. And that's when I made the decision. I'm like, there's no way we're going to subject Bunsen to a big event like this where he's got to pose and walk around. And he's earned his retirement. So I had to be honest with the event people. Yeah, we're not bringing Bunsen. Beaker's good to go. Beaker's awesome. She's really good with people and she's good to pose and she's super friendly. And I said, well, we can bring Bernoulli and we can also bring Bricks. Because Bricks is also very friendly and Bernoulli's getting so much better, and Bernoulli's very well trained. He's the best trained of everybody, so I'm sure he'll hold his pose the best. So yeah, we are bringing Bricks, and I'll just share my screen because they have us, it's still a little surreal. We are a family attraction. So meet Beaker, Bernoulli, and Bricks, and they edited the dogs together with Bricks. That's the cutest picture of Bricks. Look at him.
No, that's our picture.
I know, but they cut them out and smushed them together.
I guess so. But they didn't use AI. They just would have trimmed them and then stuffed them together.
Yeah, so that's fun. Yeah. So I think Bricks will do just fine. Like we have a pedestal for him that he's going to be oh, sorry, I need to stop sharing this. It's not.
Yeah, so we've got the pedestal now, like the stool now, and he's jumped on it 3 times already today on his own.
Yeah.
And so we're super happy about that. And we're going to practice with Bernoulli and Beaker sitting by him there, and just so everybody has a little bit more confidence. And then we always hope for the best because it's always a gong show when we get to Comic-Con itself.
We never know how it's going to go.
Never know.
We practice for weeks ahead of time. And then the last time there was crazy reflecting light everywhere, and it really messed up Beaker because she wanted to chase it. So that was out of our control, and it was so bright and the sun was beating right down and reflecting off of everybody's phones.
And she was like ping, 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 ping all the way around.
It was really tough to kind of like get her, refocus to sit. And yeah, that was tough. I didn't even know if we were going to be able to do it. And Bunsen was fine. So I was like, you know what? Bunsen is great. He's super good at those events. Mm-hmm. Should we talk about their costumes?
In just a second, Kathy L asked, can you blend the allergen cat food with other cat food that's better for Bricks? So he has a mix that's not so hard on me. Well, interesting that you should say that, because when I was speaking about Ginger, prior to when she went with a bit of we were worried about a urinary tract infection. It turns out, no, she did not have one, but they did suggest like a calming food. And so there is a urinary tract food. Typically it's prescribed for the boys because with the tiny urethra, they get the crystals. But it has, if you get the C+D, I think it's got a red label or an orange label. It has the calming in it. So they started her on that and continued her on the other ProPlan food, so that she would be able to come home here and be with us, with Jason, because he was typically the allergen person. So yes, you can. And that's what we were doing with Brix. And then there was the whole FIP gong show, and it was a gong show. I just wanted him to have like a nice kitten formula food that we've been feeding him, the Tiki Cat kitten, just so like there was no issues with stress or any of that.
Yeah.
And that might have been an overreaction, but that's how I am.
So here's a sneak peek.
Oh, yes.
So Beaker is going as Bark Hogan. And the reason why is the big guest that's there this year is John Cena, who is a famous wrestler and actor now. And he's
in a new movie.
They
Acme versus the Coyote.
Yeah, they do. They can't guarantee it, but they want us to be prepared, because after we do pictures, they like the dogs to go around and meet the celebrities. So I think they're trying to line us up to meet some of the celebrities. And I think one of them is John Cena, but no guarantee. Obviously, it depends.
No guarantees, because the flights and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. So there's Beaker with her Hulkster glasses on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Brother. And Bernoulli is going as the Underburner. And he was so happy to wear his hat and
his wig.
Yeah. There he is in his hat and his wig. And it's tough to see, but he's got a trench coat that Brix was attacking. We'll have to trim the trench coat, I think. But yeah, he's got like this Undertaker, long black hair. He had the Undertaker hat and then the trench coat. And we cut a hole in it for Bernoulli to wear.
For his tail.
For his tail, yeah.
And Brix got his part of his costume today. It's black kind of vest harness. And he's going as Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah. Yeah. So if anybody knows, it's kind of a meshy polyestery thing. I want to put Cricut, like cut things out on my Cricut and adhere them, but I don't know. Like, I don't know if heat can do it, if I need permanent vinyl. Anybody who knows anything about vinyl and adhering, that would be A++ to send me information without melting it. I am part of like some Cricut beginner groups on Facebook, but sometimes they don't answer your questions. They're like, you should know how to do this. And it's like, well, no, I don't. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty confident the posing part will do well. We'll see after that time how Bernoulli and Brix are doing. And maybe it'll just be Beaker that goes around and meets the celebrities. Last year we got to meet a whole bunch of Superman and Smallville and animated Superman voice actors and actors, which was super cool. And then while we were back in the VIP place, we met more celebrities that we really weren't there to see. That's when we met the guy who plays McLovin from Superbad, Christopher Platt, I think his name is, and he came over and talked to us and pet the dogs. He was super friendly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was very cool. And then a couple of voice actresses came over who do Supergirl in video games, and man, I forget her name. She was so friendly. She was young, like 20. Remember her?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. She voiced Supergirl in a couple of the DC video games. Shoot, I forget her name. Very friendly and kind. Yeah. Okay. This, I think we should move to community sharing, Chris.
Yeah, great idea.
Okay. So if you're on X or Twitter, we can bring you up to the stage so you can talk and ask more questions, share stories about your pets. If you are watching on our live video, there's the interactiveness is limited to text. You can type up some more questions or type up a story about your own pet and we'll read that. But we like to end with a little bit of community sharing. And if there isn't any, that's okay. That'll be the kind of the
That's all
end.
right.
That'll be the end of the show.
Well, I can share more stories of the week, of course. I do want to send out a shout out to Samson. We just love Samson, the service dog, and he's had a bit of a rough go, eating something, ingesting something with a bit of a blockage, and I've kind of been checking Twitter to see how he's doing. And of course, thank you all for your thoughts and your prayers and your pause in for him, because I can tell you when I read that he was not well, I was crying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've known them for a long time. And I've interviewed Samson's mom on the podcast.
Yeah, Joey Ramp. Yep.
Joey Ramp. Yeah, I've interviewed Joey Ramp. She's, for those of you who don't know, Joey was, I think it was a horseback riding accident that gave her a traumatic brain injury, and she's worked her way back and out of it, but she still has lingering issues from that. And she's been fighting to allow service animals like a dog to go into science lab areas. And it's sometimes been good and sometimes been not good or horrific. So she's fighting for other people, not just herself, to have access to education if you have a service dog. And Samson's just so freaking cute. He's a golden retriever.
Yes. So Joey has a book called Insistent, where she talks about the bond that she has with her dogs, and that fueled a fight for inclusion, which is so important. And then she also, or Samson, posted thanking everybody for their concern, but then also discussing the financial impact. And she's very grateful for the love and support, but if someone does feel compelled to donate, they do have Samson's Legacy Foundation Scholarship, a fund, and that's to help them continue what. And I love how she calls him Sam Shine. Started in terms of educational opportunities for talent with disabilities. So we just love everything that they do. If I can, I might try and put this in the Nest, but I don't know if the Nest still works. No, the Nest doesn't work anymore. So copy link, and I'll put it in the comments, like in her post.
Yeah.
So I'm just putting it there so you can have a look.
Yeah, this is on Twitter, so people who are listening on Facebook, YouTube, Substack, and Instagram, sorry. But I think I know Samson the service dog is on Instagram. So if you want to see what Samson looks like and follow them along, then yeah, you can follow them on Instagram. All right, there are no community questions or community stories or people wanting to talk. That's okay. Just one thing we kind of wrap up. It looks like my auto responder, I have it set that about 2 to 3 weeks after getting a product, you're prompted to review the product. So we've gotten a whole bunch of moose leg reviews. So if you wrote a moose leg review, thank you very, very much. It's been really fun reading the moose leg reviews. I think we've got, there's 13 reviews have come in, and they're all 5 stars, Chris. So that's very, very exciting.
I love that.
Thank you so much for those people that are reviewing Bunsen's moose leg. There you go. We've got 13 reviews in, which is really cute. Bunsen, that's not your leg. No, it's mine now. It's fabulous and it squeaks. Love it. My dog loves his moose leg. My grandpup loves the moose leg. Such a cute toy. My dog Woodstock loves to carry it around with her. So yeah, if you did a review of it, thank you so much. And we're down to 5% stock. We are almost sold out of the moose legs. Can't believe it.
That's our best-selling thing that we've done.
Yeah, it's just I'm just so happy people are enjoying it. All right. Any final words, Chris? Oh, 1 second.
Well,
Cindy Lee 10 on Substack said our 9-year-old pup Henry was at the vet last week for the removal of a mass on his front leg. We are waiting for the results of the labs to come back next week to see if the mass is malignant or benign. Well, Cindy Lee, we hope it's good news for you.
We absolutely do hope that it's good news.
I think Instagram has stopped working. I don't know if anybody's watching on Instagram.
Oh.
Yeah. Kim
well,
says
I don't know. Sometimes things fall apart.
It is what it is. We try our best. But I think that's it for today.
Yep. Did you want to talk about any of our things that we have in the fire, or just the Comic-Con that we've got them going as wrestlers?
I will say that some of our products that we are developing are on a little bit of a hold right now. We're waiting to see. Maybe if you haven't checked the news between Canada and the United States, maybe do that. I'll leave it in.
Yeah.
Not so good.
No.
Anyways, thank you everybody for coming. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we sure do.
Okay, we'll be back. Are we back next Saturday, Chris?
Next Saturday is the 29th. We have private training with Bernoulli from but it doesn't interfere with our pet chat.
Right. Okay, that's what I was worried about. We have like some more evaluations for him with doing service dog work. Yeah.
Therapy dog.
Or sorry, not service dog, therapy dog. He is not a service dog.
That's right. No.
No.
But he is running around with cat toys.
Yeah.
So there is hope that he will be able to pick something up in his mouth and drop it, because we always love Chesney and Kenji, how they are so good at being so helpful.
Yeah.
And I think maybe my babies will be like that, but no.
Bernoulli's helpful at causing chaos.
He is full of chaos. That's for sure.
He's getting a lot better every day. Every day he's getting better.
Oh, Bianca's still waiting for their moose leg. It's apparently in the air at last, so hopefully this week.
Okay.
Well, yeah. It's on the other side of the pond. It's in Australia, so
that's good.
Yeah, sometimes things take a long time to get there.
Yeah, the fastest shipping we can get stuff to Australia from Canada, the range is 21 to 30 days.
Ooh.
That's just what it is. Or you can pay like $700 to get it there overnight. Okay, we will see you guys all next week.
Yes, thank you so much for coming and enjoying our time here with each other and sharing our stories. And we love sharing our lives with you.
Can you put catnip in the next batch of moose legs? Oh, well, if things calm down a bit, Barbara's watching on Substack. We have some really, really exciting news. Okay.
Oh, and I think also Steve asked about the trail cams, and we are doing the trail cams. There's just nothing on them. Otherwise, we would share like exciting things.
Yeah.
We just need another resident beaver.
That's right. Okay, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming.